Hey guys, welcome back to the show, and on this episode, we're going to witness how the greatest secret agent of all time can hack into government systems with a few satellite dishes, a denim vest, and a whole lot of tuna. Yes, I said in the past that I had no intention on reviewing Neil Breen's feature film debut, but that was years ago. At the time, I hadn't built up a resistance to boredom like I have now. So, here it is. Double down. Starring, of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Neil Breen, doing what he does best, hacking into government systems all over the world. Like I said before, this was Neil Breen's first feature film. It came out in 2005, has a runtime of about an hour and a half, and I have absolutely no idea what happens in it. Most of Double Down takes place in the desert. The only reason I can see for this is that, well, from a production standpoint, it's a free location. You don't have to pay to shoot there. Double Down is a movie about, like I said, I don't know. It features Neil as a secret agent who lives out of his car. He eats a lot of tuna. Someone's trying to kill him. Pretty sure he kills people in the movie. It's not very clear. So the movie starts with Neil in the desert explaining that he developed a way to control any government computer or satellite, and this scared the government, so they assassinated his fiancée. Neil picks up his gun and makes sure it's loaded. Then he picks up a needle and makes sure it's sharp. Hey, look, there's a skull and some bones just lying on the side of the road, and here's some more. I had no idea that human remains were just scattered along the side of the road on the way to Vegas. This is news to me. Neil says he received bio-electro-medical implants to assist him in his attacks, and what does that mean exactly? Isn't that the most vague description ever? Yes, I have bio-electro-medical implants. They allow me to do bio-electro-medical stuff. Seriously, this means nothing. I have no idea what these implants allow him to do or how they give him any kind of advantage. Neil says he likes killing white-collar criminals as well and burying them in the desert. I guess he's killing someone in this shot? I'm not exactly sure. It just looks kind of funny. And what does this shot mean? Does this mean that one of the people he's killed is still alive? Might have been a good idea to bury the bodies a little deeper. This never comes back in the story, by the way. It's completely inconsequential. Like I said before, most of this movie is shot in the desert. The rest of it is stock footage that sticks out like a sore thumb. Apparently, all Neil needs to survive is water and tuna. Who knows, maybe those bio-electro-medical implants make him immune to mercury poisoning because that is a lot of tuna. So Neil parks his car and sets up his hacker paradise. Again, I'm not really sure what he's doing here. Testing if there's still fluid in these needles? Neil explains that he has planted biological bombs in 7 major cities, and they'll go off if he doesn't keep sending a code to the satellite. And this is why governments won't kill him. Well, if that's true, then who is this guy? He looks like some sort of agent sent to kill him. Here's another thing that I just don't get. Apparently there's some kind of satellite laser force field that makes everything inside of it invisible, helps him disappear, and somehow kills intruders? What? Then we have a shot of the man in black. This is a figure that appears in a few of Neil's movies. Again, no idea what it means. Neil likes to hack with 4 laptops at once, but quite frankly, I'm pretty sure none of them actually work.
Where are you? Where am I? You're me.
So this is going to be a reoccurring thing throughout this video, but I have no idea what's going on here. Or here. Or here. Or here. Neil puts some crap in the water and kills a bunch of fish. Again, I don't know what this has to do with the plot. He keeps talking about these bioweapons he's making. It almost seems like he's the bad guy. There's a shot of a person in a tarp. It looks like they're trying to get out. Again, no clue as to what this means. Neil tells the story about how he and his fiancée were in love ever since they were 7, and Once again, just like in Fateful Findings, I'm having a tough time believing these two people are the same age. It's amazing, even though he says he makes millions of dollars from these cyber attacks, it appears like he's been rocking the same outfit for years. It's like he's the Steve Jobs of the desert. Here's some more stuff that makes no sense. A Mercedes pulls up next to Neil's Mercedes. The mystery man walks out and kicks over Neil's boots, which, as we just saw in the last shot, were next to his car, but now somehow are not. And then we see Neil in the back of his car, typing away. Well, he wasn't doing this in the last shot. And wouldn't he notice the other car pulling up right beside him? Like, you're not in a crowded parking lot, you're in the desert. There's no one there. Anyways, now we get the flashback of when they killed his fiancée. Now, I've briefly talked about this in my Fateful Findings video, but I'm going to talk about it again. Neil has a tendency to appear naked at some point in his movies, which I really don't understand. I mean, it doesn't even fit the context of the scene. Why are they naked here? The establishing shot implicates that this is in some sort of, resort or, community pool. It doesn't matter. The fact is that there's people here, lots of other people, and I'm sure that they would like to use the facilities without having to look at this. So someone shoots his fiancée, and so begins this very awkward sequence that is incredibly confusing. First, his wife is shot, and then he acts like he's been shot. Then it's her floating in the water. Neil picks up a flower covered in blood. And then he's floating with his arm around her? What? It's almost like he's looking for an opportunity to flash his bag. Then he's got the blood all over his face because why not? Seems like the logical thing to do in that situation, just like in Fateful Findings. Oh crap, someone close to me has died. Might as well smear their blood on my face to honor their memory. I'm also curious as to why we're seeing this flashback at this point. So far, there's really no shred of a plot being formed, so I really don't know what I'm watching or why I should care. Neil wakes up beside his car with the words, "Help me," written in blood on it. So far, this movie really sums up one of my biggest problems with Neil's films. As a storyteller, Neil is very much feast or famine. His writing is either beating you over the head with exposition or filled with so many cryptic messages that you have no idea what is going on. There's really no in-between. So after 25 minutes of Neil telling us how good of a secret agent he is, eating tuna in a car, typing on computers that don't work, changing his license plate, climbing up and down rocks, attaching satellite dishes to his car, and floating his scrot in a public pool, we finally have some kind of development in terms of a plot. However, there's still not much here. I guess the agency is hiring Neil to take out some guy who's planning a terrorist attack that's bigger than 9/11. Then Neil starts going on and on about biological weapons instead of elaborating even slightly on who this terrorist guy is. And then we have this shot of a plane, which you'd figure would be a transition representing someone traveling somewhere. But no, it's just a very strange cutaway because now we have Neil walking away from the conversation he was just having. Neil wakes up on the ground again. I don't understand this. Dude, use the back seat. Neil says he's begun the actions in the other cities. No idea what that means. Some weird shit happens where Neil finds an old man in the desert.
Old man, you don't look like a terrorist to me.
So I guess Neil isn't curious as to what the guy is doing there and tries to climb up some rocks. The old man, however, takes one step, trips somehow, and dies.
Come back again. Come back again. I am your spirit.
Okay, you see what I'm working with here? Like, what is happening? Neil climbs up to the top of a hill. There's a cutaway to the eagle again, and then another cutaway to stock footage of an old man with some birds. Then, after Neil wakes up on the ground again, we have what I can only assume is a shot of him looking for the plot of this movie.
Where are you? Where are you? Where are you?
Suddenly, this movie is turned into him trying to find the meaning of life or something. The ghosts of his parents appear suddenly. I'll leave it to you to figure out what this has to do with anything. Good luck. And then we're in what I assume is his home. I have no idea. I also have no idea who these people are.
Can I have some water, please?
Grandma, can I get it?
Yes.
I'll get it. Excuse me.
Speaking of secrets, there is one we want to share with you. Our daughter Megan was just diagnosed with brain cancer.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. Thank you. No, thank you.
You know, I'll give Neil some credit here. I didn't think it was possible to take something so mundane like receiving a glass of water and make it so disturbing. Neil climbs up to the top of another hill and tells his dead fiancée that he has the power to cure cancer. Wow, Neil's playing a character with some sort of supernatural powers. Never thought I would see the day. Isn't he supposed to be stopping some terrorist from blowing up Las Vegas or something? I don't know, maybe he should get on that?
The filters are active. Proceed.
I have no idea what that means. I have no idea what any of this means. This is one time where honestly I could really use some good old-fashioned Breen exposition. Seriously, I never thought I'd ask for it, but honestly, just explain to me what's happening, Neil. Like, explain to me like I'm 5. What is going on in this movie? Neil finally smartens up and starts sleeping in his car instead of on the sharp rocks. Then he goes over to the tarp and... Wait, what? Wait, what is going on here? Is he keeping his fiance's dead body in the tarp? So Neil meets up with some people. Again, no idea who they are.
How are you? Busy? You haven't changed.
Very busy, as a matter of fact, with all the worldwide action.
Yes, the worldwide action. And by worldwide action, he means his car and everything within a 15-foot radius of it. Neil is hired to do an assassination now.
You're a genius. The best. But you know that. No. This time, it's personal. An assassination. We want to kill someone.
I guess that whole terrorist thing just kind of went away on its own. So Neil borrows a Rolls Royce, injects a strawberry with, I don't know, poison, I'm guessing, and goes to a wedding chapel to pick up his targets. And he's just like, hey, I'm your driver. Well, how does that work? How does he know that they hired a driver in the first place? And if they did, wouldn't the actual chauffeur be there as well? And again, who are these people? Why do they need to be assassinated? So Neil stuffs the guy's body in the trunk and convinces the girl that she married him.
Where am I? And who are you?
We're in Las Vegas. Hey, last night we went to the club, danced a lot, drank a lot, laughed a lot, had sex out by the fountains. Then we went down to the strip and we got married. Hey, this is Las Vegas, baby.
Then he finds out he picked up the wrong couple. Wow, what a pro.
But I've changed my mind. Get out! Get out! The marriage is over. Get out!
I mean, he's the best there is, a genius, a master of espionage with the power to cure cancer and communicate with the dead. Just doesn't possess the power to tell these two couples apart. Seriously, did he not get a description of the target? Seems pretty simple to me. How about this? Your target has short black hair. Wow, that was so hard. Then we have shots of the couple looking really happy, and then Neil just finds them dead, sitting on some rocks.
They committed suicide. A suicide pact. They knew what was coming.
Really? do I have to go over why none of this makes sense? Okay, so first of all, they committed suicide like this, and then bang, they fell onto each other, balancing each other perfectly on the rocks. This is movie magic here, folks. Anyways, Neil opens up the tarp to find a very clean skeleton in it. I wonder if he'll finally accept that she's dead now. And then he decides to run up to the top of a hill. Again. Neil goes back to the Vegas Strip. And, okay, let's just watch this first, and then I'll go over it.
Oh, excuse me. Contact. Once it gets into the air, it kills immediately on contact. He'll be dead in 5 minutes.
Okay, so he brushes some kind of killing powder on a person's arm. Who exactly? I don't know. He's not wearing any gloves in this shot. And if we're meant to believe that he brushed it on this person's arm, how come they're not wearing the same clothes? Also, who the hell is this person supposed to be? I feel like I've said this probably a dozen times already in this review, but who is it? Is this the terrorist guy? How did he know where he was? How did he, like... I also love this line here. This is easily my favorite line of the movie. It kills instantly on contact. He should be dead in about 5 minutes. And here we go again. Neil just calls a number, sets up a meeting with some guy. No idea who this person is, but obviously he's a master of disguise. And Neil just jams a needle into his neck.
Great, Ferrari. Who's your friend?
Holy shit, it's him!
Holy crap, it is him. Whoever it's supposed to be. The last 30 minutes of this movie feels like it's never going to end because nothing is coherent. There's some kind of an Anthrax deal, something to do with hacking trains. Neil climbs on top of some rocks, loads his plastic guns, takes his shirt off, kills some people, I think. I have no idea.
Didn't mean to disturb your lunch.
And here's where he brings out the denim vest and shows off all of his medals and describes each one of them as if any of this is going to help explain just what in the hell is happening.
I can create an EMP electromagnetic blast 200 miles above the Earth and knock out all electric power over a specific area for 1 month. Silently. And no one will know.
This is just brilliant. I can create an EMP, an electromagnetic blast. Well, again, why? He keeps threatening to do all this stuff, and I don't know the reason. It makes him look like he's the terrorist.
Yes. No! That's impossible. How can that be? That's impossible. It can't be.
From what I gather here, the girl with brain cancer died, so turns out he doesn't have superpowers. He just thought he did, probably because all that tuna is messing with his brain. And then we get the traditional Neil falling down on the ground shot.
I can't go on with this. I can't go on with this. I'm an American. I'm an American. I love this country. My country.
And then he just starts running into the desert, screaming. You'd think that this would be a good time to end the movie, but no, apparently there's still an attack that has to be made. And it's just a collection of shots we've already seen, stock footage that never seems to end, until Neil starts throwing away all of the empty tuna cans in his trunk, smashing his computers, which he is one to do. There's some other crap here with his past self or something. Ghost wife ends up in the car, who knows? I have to say that out of all of Neil's films so far, this is the most confusing, which is quite a feat in itself. but it is interesting to go back and, just see where it all began. And that's pretty much it for this one. As always, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.